Hello, welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. Today or tonight, I'm going to discuss the thumbnails for your YouTube channels, how you're going to make automated thumbnails from images files that you have on a particular directory. And this Python program that I have for you, you're basically going to create thumbnails based on a directory structure. So on the directory structure, you might have one file or hundreds of files. Doesn't matter how many JPEG or PNG or JEF file or any file that you have. You want to just generate it to thumbnails so you can post it on your website or a YouTube channel or some other places on the web. Then normally JPEG is better for that format. So I'm using JPEG extension. And then because of the resolution, because of the size of the file is compressed much smaller than other files, and then also the coloring scheme that is supporting. So it's a lot of advantages on the JPEG file. That's why I'm using JPEG. And as you can see, the size that I'm defining 1280 by 720, a width and height of which is in the tuple format or tuple format. And then basically you're going to go to a for statement here on line 14. But before we go to the for statement, we have to actually get an operating system list of a directory for the image path, which is this location. So you could specify the location anywhere you have your image files, and then you just point it the files here, and then you write a lambda function to just look for the JPEG. Also, an alternative way is you could use globe of module, globe.globe, and then just put star.jpg there. That would be also available for you. In addition, you could just do it the way I did it here, using a lambda function, convert it to a list, and then the image file would be a list of it. Or you could just simply, if it's a couple of files, you could just put a list, a data structure here, creating it. But I'm not sure how many files you're going to have on it, one file or 100 file or 1,000 files. And then you just have to just do it this way. That's more cleaner, rather than just creating a list, a data structure. This one creates it dynamically based on the directory structure. And the other list data structure that you created would not be as dynamic. So here on the for statement, I'm going to go for each image, and then I'm going to read from the list of images, and then I just generate this text saying that I'm going to do this part. And then I split the image into file name and file extension. Then with that path of the file image and then image file, which is the entire file.jpg file, I open it. And then as I open it, and then I create a thumbnail from thumbnail.image size. Image size is given here on the tuple right here on line 9. And then before you do any of these ones, you have to import PEL, which is Python image library from Pelo. Pelo is it was invoked from PEL, the previous version of Python image library. And then you can just say from PEL import image. And then right here, we could use the image after we open it. The image class has this method open, and then this method save, and so on. Once you create this object image, then you can do image.thumbnails method, and image.save method, and image.show method, and so on. So here I'm just opening an image thumbnail after I create the thumbnail. And then as you can see, the extension, the prefix for the thumbnail file is a tn underscore. And then if I'm going through this try and exception error, if the image file does not open, then it's not exist, then IO error comes in and I pass it as an argument, pass, which means don't do anything with it. So let's just look at this code. This was the program. I could just run it from here, and you will see the output also here. But I want to show you from this directory structure, you see the images chapter 4. So I have already have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 images files in this Python program. The 9 images files were here. I created this Impress, LibreOffice Impress kind of presentation, and then in each one of them I made this, and then I just say, well, for each one of them, let's create an image file. So I use thumbnail snipping tool and then just capture this information. But because the size is really small, you have to do this one in a thumbnail. In the past, I would go on file, new, draw, and then paste it on the draw on this one, and then save it, and then that would be my thumbnail. But unfortunately, that's a lot of work. So I wanted to just automate it. So the fact that this one is going to do it, let me show you something here. So if I go on the slideshow here, this is the 9 of these views that you can see that Python automated thumbnail. This one basically would be the thumbnail of this Python program, which is on the right side. So you are having the entire code here available for you. You're welcome to just write it from here, or just however you want to just do it. If you know it already, you write it yourself. If you don't, just use this code, and just the directory structure where you have your images, you just put it on that images directory, the list of the files that you save, and then that image files will have a particular thumbnail file for it after you run this code. It automatically created. I'm going to show you all that thing. So this is the first one for Linux advanced level commands, chapter 4, part 1 of 8. I did like advanced level from chapter 4 of my book for part 1 through part 8, and you're seeing the thumbnails that I'm going to update it tonight for all of those videos that I posted, because the video is really good content, but unfortunately people that they look at the thumbnail, if the thumbnail is not nice enough, they are not going to watch it. So it's important for you to have good thumbnails, and because sometimes when you go to an interview, if you just have on your resume some of the buzzwords, some of the universities, some of the prestige schools that you went there, people are going to call you for an interview. If you just write something that is kind of like not as clear, sometimes people unfortunately stereotype. So here, let me just show you. There's never something that you could just say, this is professional, this is complete, this is best. And there's always some improvement you can do it. But at some point, you just have to accept what you can do. So let me just show you on the website. For originally, I put these ones, and then some of these thumbnails I created from like cell phone and laptop, whatever, Windows machines and Linux machines. So it is kind of like these, but I'm going to just make some changes on them. And then tonight would be just the one with the chapter 4 advanced level Linux stuff, and these ones, because the texts are not as clear, and especially these ones are very small to read. So people are going to just glance at it, and then they are just going to go somewhere else where and the thumbnail looks better. So let me just help you with that thumbnail. You could do it for your site as well. And I'm going to run it. And then if I want to run it here, I can run it from Python by just clicking here, run. And this will just start the running here. And notice that as I run it, it creates the thumbnail, and say generating thumbnail for part 1 of 8, and then 2 of 8, 3 of 8, 4 of 8. And on the right side, it opens it. Really nice looking thumbnails. And then you could just use them. I'm going to also show you, this is running it inside PyCharm. So this is the IDE, because we're running the code, and here is the output is showing, and then on the right, the actual image opens up, because right here I say image thumbnail.image.show, it will show it. And here I saved it, so it was done. This was the last one that it was creating it. And as you can see, generating thumbnail for Python automated thumbnails. And then this one was the automated one. So if I close this one, the next one is 8 of 8, and then you can see. And previous one is 7 of 8. And then the next one is 6 of 8, 5 of 8, 4 of 8, and 3 of 8, and then 2 of 8, and 1 of 8, and then done. So now you can see on the Python program, the output was showing here also part 1 of 8, all the way to the last one. And then now, since we created that directory structure, here these files are also there. Notice everything with thumbnail here. So if I just click on it, for example, for thumbnail Linux Advanced, one of them, it just opens and says part 1 of that. Any one of them you open is just 2 of 8, it just opens it like we did in the past. So how nice it is, because of the size and everything is correctly and done with this one, and then there's no distortion on the image. So if I look at the one with the automated here, this one is going to be the thumbnail of the program, and this is how it is. Let me just run this program. I'm going to delete all of this directory structure from here to here. So on Windows, you can just highlight these ones and just right click and say delete, and then they will be gone. And then now the program is there. So instead of running it from Python, let me show you from the command line of Windows. You can run it also. So at this time, I'm going to minimize this window and close this one, close all of these ones that I opened. Since I delete them, they were open. Okay, so here you can see that the actual program, and let me just do a directory here. You can see on this window the directory structure of all the files. All the files on this window, clear screen directory, and then I'm going to go to the directory demo slash images slash chapter 4. So clear screen and directory. Notice that I have these images that are larger size compared to the thumbnail. There's no thumbnails underscore name, but the content of this file, if I look at the thumbnail.py, this one is basically saying that go ahead on this directory structure where I have this one, which is this one right here. Find out all the files that has the JPEG extension right here. And then once it finds it, then it's going to generate thumbnail for them. And it's going to name it with thumbnail underscore whatever is the file name in .jpeg. So clearing the screen here again. Now I do dir. Notice that, and this is the name of the program. So I'm going to say Python 3 -- version, and it's going to say I have Python version 3.10.5. So this is the name of the program that I'm going to run. Sorry, thumbnail.py. So this is going to just go and then on this directory structure, find all these files here, the Linux start.jpg. Once it finds all of them, and it's going to just generate the thumbnails. But notice there are 9 files.jpg. We're going to have another 9 files.tn underscore and name of the file. So I'm going to run this one. And notice as it opens the first one, the image file comes on the right side here. That's for the first one. And I'm going to just resize this one so you could see both of them on the right side here. The second one. And now we're on 6 of 8, 7 of 8, 8 of 8, and then the last one is Python automated thumbnail. So, and the fact that we made it automated, I don't have to do too much on it. Now I'm going to close these ones on this side. I'm going to just close the thumbnail files, and I'm just gonna make this screen bigger and clear the screen here. Now I do a directory. Notice that these files were already there, the size and everything that I created just today with this given date of 2/3. Right now is 11:28 p.m. Pacific time. And then all of these ones were created. So if I just go to Python 3 and I say import pel.image as image, and then I say image is equal image.open, and just let's open this last one. Doesn't matter which one you want to open. I just open the last one here, and then I say image.filename. Notice the image.filename is going to show exactly TN for thumbnail, the name, and then I say image.format is JPEG, and image.size, which is that tuple that we created. And then notice that 1278 versus 1286 or something that I did. These are kind of like a little bit off, but it doesn't matter. And that's the system that, based on the operating system, it just creates it with the resolution that it supports it. So image.width, image.height, and this is basically the same thing as the size. And then image.file name, I did that. Image.format, I did, and image.info. So you can see what type of data structure it is. It's a data dictionary with keys and values, so key pair values. And that's what that is for that one. So let's just exit out. Actually, let me just do one more image.open here. And this time image.open, I open this one, part 1 of 8, just to show you that difference. So image dot file name, you can see that is that one. Image dot size is the same as the other one. Image dot width is again is 1275. Height is 720. Image dot format is a JPEG. Image dot info is also a JPEG type of data dictionary. So I'm going to exit out of this and now show you the fact that we did this one. Let's just add a couple of these ones into YouTube. So if I go back to my YouTube channel here and I say, okay, this is great. I open it on the studio on YouTube. I'm going to just go on modify them. So I have to go on YouTube Studio and then say chapter 4. Let's say this one is 8 of 8. So I'm gonna click on details. This one says 8 of 8, chapter this 8 of 8. So then I'm gonna say, yeah, go ahead, edit this one. I'm gonna go to the editor. So let me just see if this one is going to show. I believe I am there, but for some reason I need to be outside of this one. Yeah, right here on the thumbnail itself, you just click here and say edit, and then you say change. So now you're going to change it, but this is 8 of 8. So I'm gonna go to chapter 4 here, images, and then chapter 4, and then I look for 8 of 8, which is this one. And this one is chapter 4, part 8 of 8. So I'm going to update it, and notice that this is done, and save it. So now this is available to the YouTube channel with a new page with all the information that is supposed to be showing. Similarly, if I just want to do the next one, I just do the next one here. It is, I'm going to just go through all of them and modify the one that I want to do. So it's a lot, but I'm not gonna just show each one of them. And you're welcome to just learn it yourself from this part, because I demonstrate one. I'm sure you can do it with all of them similarly, okay? And then just, if I just click on this search again, let's see if that page that shows up as updated. Let me just search advanced part. Okay, part, sorry, it's just, this thing is going over and over with other things. So I could just say, go to YouTube channel, yeah, and just click on popular, and then that one is there, but I need to refresh it, see if part 8 of 8 is changed or not. Yeah. This is the one that it should take effect sooner or later. It is okay. We just have to be patient on it. Sometimes it takes a little bit. And then I could say also learn. Why is this thing is not allowing me to type in? Okay, learn Linux OS advanced level chapter 4 part 8 of 8. If I just search for that particular, it shows up, but unfortunately YouTube is taking a little bit of time for it to refresh it, and it is going to eventually refresh. So I'll just give up on that timing and things, because it's not under my control. So let's just end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and you're going to just do your automation that way yourself. And once you're done with all the work, you just basically see the output, and this is the entire program. Okay, take care. God bless you. Bye.